That is some strong English breakfast tea. Okay guys, so recently I was invited to check out a guitar brand that I was totally unaware of. Now these days, when I see a guitar for the first time, I'm usually not very impressed. I have seen so many guitars at this point, maybe I'm a little bit jaded or something like that, but usually it's just like, oh, I've seen that before. But anyway, I saw this guitar and it was just a breath of fresh air, but it was fresh air that was tinged with smoke and the smell of molten metal. Okay, so this is the Royal from Bootlegger Guitars, and to me this is a perfect blend of a Super Strat and a Les Paul. So first of all, just look at this thing. We've got a beautiful quilt maple top here and this really wide, rounded, exposed wood binding around the body that kind of tucks into the side of the neck there, the maple of the neck. Now this guitar has a lot of really cool, really interesting features, and we'll get into the full specs in just a minute here, but the thing I want to talk about first is this pickup configuration. This is actually a triple humbucker equipped guitar. If you look at this middle position pickup here, that's actually a blade style, like a dual rail pickup. So it's a single coil sized pickup, but it's a humbucker in how it operates. And of course you have the bridge and neck humbuckers for a total of 3. Now with the controls, you've got a single volume knob and then a 5-way selector switch. And when we go down here to the tone knob, that's actually a push-pull knob. And think about this, guys. We've got 3 humbucking pickups and a coil splitting option down here with the push-pull knob. So we can split the coils on all 3 of these pickups. This thing can produce a huge variety of tones, and we'll get into that in a second here when we get into the sound demo. Now this guitar costs around $800, and that includes a really nice hard case and some cool swag that comes with it, like the Bootlegger flask. Now this guitar is manufactured in South Korea, and the company is based here in California actually. So from what I can tell, the manufacturing is kind of along the lines of a company like Schecter, which has a similar setup where the production guitars are manufactured in South Korea and then the company has a headquarters here in California. And I actually want to talk a little bit more about the Bootlegger Guitars company in general, but let's just go ahead and get into the sound demo because I really want you to hear how this guitar sounds and then we'll talk more about it. Now I'm going to plug this into my Fender GTX 100 amplifier. We'll go through a few different settings in the amplifier, and also I'll run through some different pickup configurations with and without the coil split so you can really hear the variety of tones that we can get out of this guitar. And real quick guys, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new guitar gear, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plug in this beautiful, very shred-friendly guitar and listen to how it sounds. Okay guys, so playability-wise, this guitar has a really tight, responsive feel to it. The neck is maple and the fretboard is rosewood. It's 24 frets. These are like medium jumbo frets. It's a 25.5-inch scale length and then a 16-inch radius on the neck. So it's very flat neck. Very easy to move around on and great for wide stretches, that kind of thing. And one of the reasons that I kind of compare this to a Les Paul is the neck profile and the feel of the neck. Because this is a nice full C-shaped neck. It's pretty, it's kind of a handful. It's not overly large. It's not large to the point of being uncomfortable. But it's not like a super thin neck like you might expect to find on like an Ibanez or a Super Strat type guitar. Now the body is poplar, and with all this hardware and electronics and everything, it's a fairly hefty guitar. This one weighs at about 8.5 pounds. Now I personally love that weight because it makes the guitar balance really well. It helps keep the neck up when you're playing standing up. Now the other obvious link to a Les Paul style guitar is this headstock up here. It's pretty rare that you see a 3-on-a-side headstock on a Strat type body. And they've got a nice set of Grover tuners up here, and the matching, where the headstock matches the body color and everything, that makes it look really nice. I don't think every Strat type body guitar would look good with a headstock like this, but on this guitar I really like it. I think just generally one of my favorite things about this guitar is the fact that it's not really trying to be anything else. It's not trying to copy some other guitar. The way they've chosen the pickup configuration and the headstock and this, this like exposed wood binding, this guitar is really doing its own thing. And that reminds me, like I said, Bootlegger Guitars is based in California, and so I got to go down to the warehouse and pick up this guitar and also meet the owner, Chuck, in the process. And I think when I say the guitar is doing its own thing, I think you can extend that to the company as well. They've got several other guitar models and each one is pretty different. And this is the kind of company where if you call them or email them, it's probably going to be Chuck, the owner, that answers you. And he's a very no BS kind of guy. In fact, he was really upfront about the idea that this guitar might not be perfect for everybody, and he's okay with that. I feel like these days with big corporations trying so hard to please everybody and not offend anybody, to meet somebody, a businessman at a company who has that sort of confidence where they can say like, hey, this is a great guitar, but it might not be right for you, and that's okay. I wish more people had that sort of confidence in business these days. Now guys, I'm going to put a link down in the video description below for this guitar. They also have the same guitar in several other color options, and you can also read, more details and stuff of the specs and everything on that website. Now guys, what do you think about this guitar? What do you think about the headstock on a guitar with this body style? Again, I like it. Do you guys like it? I've got a feeling it might be a little bit polarizing, but I'd love to read your comments. Okay guys, so again, I will have links down in the video description below. I'll have a link for the guitar, the amplifier I was using, and also all of my social media and my new instructional program and all that fun stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.